Gavasian, welcome you all to learn English with Saraswati Group of Education. In this session, we are going to focus on parts of speech. As you know, any language has its own parts of speech and that is made up of all the speech. In the same way, English also has 8 parts of speech, mainly. So, we are going to focus on the 2 parts of speech today in this session. Those are adverbs and adjectives. Now, how are they important? What do they do? What is their function? Let me explain you through a new and a funny way. So, get ready to learn. Okay, stay focused.
Okay, children. Now, as you know, today we are going to talk about parts of speech. And from those parts of speech, we have taken 2 parts of speech for learning, that is, adverbs and adjectives. Now, let us see what are adverbs and what do they do in a sentence. An adverb is a word that tells something more about a verb. Okay, it tells us what a verb is, how does a verb act in a sentence. Okay, something more meaningful about the verb. It describes the verb. An adverb tells how, where and when an action happens or the verb acts. Okay, I ate my dinner quickly. Now, as you know, ate is verb, that is the action word. Yes, I ate my dinner. But you need to ask the sentence, I ate my dinner. How? I ate my dinner quickly. So, the word quickly describes the action of eating. Yes, I have eaten my dinner. But how did I eat? I ate quickly. So the word quickly is an adverb which adds some meaning to the verb. Sam sees many puppies outside. Now yes, Sam sees many puppies. But where? Sam sees many puppies outside. So that is adverb of place. Okay? The action of seeing is described by the word outside. Where does the action happen? Outside. So the word outside is an adverb. My father came home early. Yes, my father comes home every day. But how? Or when, we can say. That is adverb of time. My father came home early. Now, the word early adds some meaning to the action word, that is came. My father came, but when? Early. So, early is the adverb of time. See, these are the some words which we can term as adverbs. They are daily, somewhere, quickly, everywhere, calmly. It is not calmly, it is calmly. The first L will be silent. Calmly, regularly, nowhere, freely, silently, near, soon, etc. So these words are known as adverbs. They are adverbs. Adverbs describe verbs. As I said, adverbs, you can see the name itself, adverbs. Okay? The words which add some meaning to verbs, to the action words. They are known as adverbs. Adverbs describe verbs and adjectives describe nouns. An adverb never describe a noun. Okay? Adverb, as according to its name, remember, it is a hint to remember that Whom does adverb describe? Adverb describes verbs. Okay? I ate a heavy meal. I ate a meal. The action of eating a meal. But how was the meal? The meal was heavy. So heavy is an adverb. It describes. She dresses elegantly. She dresses. That is the action of dressing. Yes. But how? How does she dress? She dresses elegantly. That means the word elegantly describes the verb. It adds some meaning to the verb. She dresses, but how does she dress? She dresses elegantly. So elegantly is adverb. Now let us talk about the next part of speech, that is adjectives. Okay? An adjective modifies or gives more information about a noun or a pronoun. Now, as we had learnt about adverbs, adverbs were giving us more information, or it was adding to the meaning of the verb. But here in adjective describes nouns. Okay, what type of noun is there? How is the noun? It gives us the answer, the adjectives. Let us see further. An adjective modifies or gives more information about a noun or a pronoun. Okay? Adjectives tell about the quality, quantity, number, or order of the noun that it describes. Now let us see what all these words mean. Quality, quantity, number, or order of the noun. Okay, let us see further. Adjective of quality. Adjective of quality answers the question what kind. Okay, let us explain it through example. The hungry fox chased a cat. Now, yes, the fox is chasing a cat. But what kind of fox? The fox is hungry. So, hungry is adjective. This word hungry is describing the noun fox. What kind of fox? Hungry fox. Okay, see? The word hungry describes the noun fox. What kind of fox? Hungry fox. What is adjective of quantity? Adjective of quantity answers the question how much. Okay? Whenever we ask the sentence how much, we will get adjective of quantity. Let us see an example. And one more thing to be added, that whenever we are talking about adjective of quantity, it mostly describes uncountable nouns. Okay? The nouns which adjectives describe, they are uncountable. We cannot count them by numbers. Look at the example. There is little water to drink. Now, I cannot count water. 1 water, 2 water, 3 water. No. Okay. So, there is little water to drink. Now, if we see, the word little describes how much water is there. How much water? Little. Okay. So, that gives us the quantity of water, that there is little water. Adjective of number. Adjective of number answers the question how many, and adjective of number is used with countable nouns because we can count them. Okay? Look at the example. I will be absent for 6 days. Now, as you know, days are countable nouns. We can count days. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days. Okay, we can count them. So, adjective of number is used with countable nouns. See, I will be absent for 6 days. So here, how many days? 6 days. So days are countable nouns and the adjective which is used with days, that is 6, that is adjective of number. Adjective of number also answers the question in what order. What order means in which chronological order. I stood in the third row. Now which number row was it? First row, second row, third row. Okay. So that is also described by adjective of number. All cardinal and ordinal numbers are adjectives. Okay. Cardinal means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They are adjective of numbers. And ordinal means first, second, third, fourth, fifth. They are adjective of number. They are ordinal numbers. So both cardinal and ordinal, both the types of numbers are known as adjective of numbers. They describe countable nouns. Now, there are some words which we can use with countable nouns, but they are not adjective of number. Okay? Some adjectives are used with countable nouns as well as uncountable nouns also. For example, I have some dishes. Now, if you see here that I am seeing the dishes from far, okay, I do not know the exact number of dishes, though I can count dishes when I go near. But from far, I cannot come to know the exact number of dishes. So what will I say? I have some dishes. I am not aware of the exact number of dishes. So at that time, I will use the word some. So when we use the word some with dishes, as dishes is a countable noun, that word some also will be termed as adjective of number. Okay? That will not be termed as adjective of quantity here. It will be termed as adjective of number. Why? Because it is used with countable noun. Now see, I have some food. Now I cannot count food. 1 food, 2 food, 3 food, 4 food. No. Okay? But I know that there is some food. For that, the word some is used with uncountable noun. So it will be termed as adjective of quantity here. Why? Because the word some is used with uncountable noun food. Okay? So yes, the word some, many, any, few, these words can be used as adjective of number also when it is used with countable nouns, and these words are used as adjective of quantity also when they are used with uncountable nouns. An adjective used with an uncountable noun is an adjective of quantity, as I said. Look at the example. I have some food. Just as I explained with the picture. Okay. When the word some is used with uncountable noun, it becomes adjective of quantity. I have some food. An adjective usually comes before the noun in the sentence. Okay, before the noun which it describes. For example, this is a huge palace. Now, huge describes the noun palace. Palace is the name of place as we have learned in nouns. Okay. So, the word palace, the noun palace is described by the word huge. What kind of palace? Huge palace. See the placing of the adjective. Here the word huge is placed before the noun. Okay. But it can also be coming after the noun. Okay, it does not change the meaning. If you place adjective of quality before the noun or after the noun, that does not change the meaning of the sentence. The heat made the child sleepy. Here we have placed the adjective sleepy after the noun. The noun is child. Okay, so after child we have placed the adjective sleepy. An adjective can also be placed after the verb. Okay, the to be verb, it can also be placed after that. Look at the sentence. This palace is huge. Okay, now we are talking about the palace. This palace is huge. What kind of palace? Huge. As I said, when we are describing adjective of quality, okay, when a quality of a noun is described, if we put adjective before the noun or after the noun, the meaning of the sentence will not change. This is a huge palace and this palace is huge. Both mean same. Okay, there is no difference in the meaning of those two sentences. Very often we use more than one adjective in front of a noun. Now it is our habit in our speech that we use more than one adjective sometimes to describe the intensity of the noun. Okay, the old fluffy grey dog sat beside me. How was the dog? What kind of dog was it? The dog was old, fluffy, grey. So we described the dog in 3 words. The dog was old, the dog was fluffy, the dog was grey. We use adjectives from the size and color groups by keeping the size word first. So whenever we want to describe the size of a noun, we have to keep the size first and then the color or other quality. Okay? Size will always be placed first in the sentence. She has a big white car. Now as you can see, big and white both are adjectives. But first we will put size adjective, that is big, and then the color adjective, that is white. She has a big white car. We do not use a comma or and between the two words. When we are talking about adjectives, we do not put a comma or we do not use conjunctions like and. Okay? Look here. She has a big white car. That is correct. We can write big and white, both the words without comma, because we are describing from two different categories of adjectives. One is describing size and the other is describing color. Now look at the second one. We cannot put comma in between. She has a big, comma, white car. No, not like that. That is a wrong sentence structure. Look at the third one. She has a big and white car. No, we cannot put and there because we are talking about two different qualities. One is describing size and the other is describing color. So we cannot put and in between both of them. Okay, so the correct sentence structure is she has a big white car. We use and when using adjectives, but at what time do we use and? Let us see. We use and when using adjectives from the same group. As I said, that if we are using the adjectives from the same group, same category, then only we can use and in between. Look at the example. She has a red and white car. Now, as you can observe, both the adjectives are adjectives of color. Okay, both describe the color of the car. red, and white. So when we are using the adjectives from the same category, at that time we can use and in between. Okay? Look at the incorrect one. She has a red and white color car. We cannot write like that. Okay? Now we don't have to mention the category of the adjective, that is color. No. We can just say she has a red and white car. Okay, so we have talked about adverbs and we have talked about adjectives. Both are the parts of speech. Okay, if you have any confusion, then you can ask me during the live lecture. And the only thing to use these both the parts of speech correctly is to keep on practicing. Make sentences of your own that will help you to enhance your knowledge and to remember all the things which we have learnt. You can watch this video lecture again so that all the things which we have learnt today seeps in. You imbibe all the things, you grasp all the things. Okay?
Along with this video lecture, you are going to get a worksheet which you are going to do as homework. Now, in the worksheet, you will find two questions. Question number 1 is a reading comprehension. What is a comprehension? Comprehension is a bigger form of a paragraph. Okay? So you have to read the comprehension and you will have to find out adverbs and adjectives which we have learned in today's session. Find them, underline them. Okay? And then you have to bifurcate. What is bifurcate? You have to separate them. Okay? Separate them and write them in the categories which are given there. And in question number 2, whichever words you have taken out from the comprehension, whichever words you have underlined from the comprehension, those words you can choose any 2 of your favorite words and you have to make one sentence on each word. Take care, only 2 words you have to choose and make one sentence on each. Okay? Now there are 2 ways of doing the worksheet. Either you can take the printout of the worksheet and fill the answers in the worksheet itself, or you can write the worksheet in your rough book to the worksheet. But if you are choosing the option of doing it in the rough book, please take care that you have to maintain neatness. Okay? Write neatly. And it may happen sometimes that even if we are writing very neatly and with focused attention, then too we are tend to make some mistakes. So please try to avoid the spelling errors while writing, okay, and keep proper spacing. And then along with this, you are going to get worksheet 4's answer key also. So please go through it, cross-verify the answers and find out whether you have written all the answers correctly or not. If you have written correctly, put a small tick with a pencil. And if you have written wrong somewhere, it is very easy to erase that and correct according to the worksheet given. Okay? See you in the next lecture.